Oh boy, I hope you're ready to install a Toto THU855 dual auto flush system into your Toto toilet. Of course, we're going to start by turning off the water supply. I'm using my super crusty valve and removing the power supply to your toilet. Remove the lid and drain the tank. You can see here that is the water draining. How exciting. This green cylinder is the flush valve, so we're going to rotate it. Pay attention to the arrow in the corner there, and then it will lift straight up and you can remove it with ease. You're going to be looking for these two notches, and by lifting up the plunger, you will notice that it creates a little slot there for you to add in your cables from the auto flush kit. So you could get these backwards, I guess, if you weren't paying attention, but as you can see, this one is ribbed for our enjoyment, and it clicks right in like so. And then the very next one is also going to go in the same way. Make sure the plunger is up when you do this, and then you jam in your little end piece, the cable. The plunger will kind of push down as you push down, and then that second piece will click in place. Then reinstallation is fairly similar. Again, paying attention to the orientation of the arrow, going to place it down and then rotate it like so. Oops, that was a little too much, and back right there is where it belongs. Now it's time to address the fill line. As you can see, mine goes inside of the fill tube, and if yours goes outside of the fill tube, please pay attention to that. You're going to cut off the end of it like so. Just use some standard little wire cutters. And then we're going to look on the autofill thing. Now notice how mine, being inside the fill tube, is going to go on this black nipple. If yours was on the outside of your fill tube, it would go on that whitish gray nipple to the side there. But it's pretty obvious. You just kind of wiggle it on there and then ram it until it passes the barbs and will be locked on, and then you'll be good to go. Looking down this tube, you'll notice there are two keyways. One is thicker than the other, and that will help make sure that the alignment for this assembly goes on correctly, because there are also slots on that tube to make sure that you can't get it wrong. So try not to mess it up, and it just drops in like so. Super easy. Tidy up your little cables so that they look nice and pretty for everybody that's going to look in your toilet. Now, as you can see, there is a notch on the back of the toilet lid, and we want our wire to go through the notch of that, so move it on over and then plop back on your toilet lid. Now it's time to run the power wire for the auto flush kit, so untether your wires, toss it back behind the toilet. Remove the toilet seat by releasing the latch, and then we're going to use the fish line to go through the toilet right there. Hopefully pop out the other side. Hooray! Great success. All right, we've got the fish line. We're going to use that, and we're going to wrap it around and tie it to the power wire so that we can just pull the power wire through the toilet easily and get it to the bidet seat itself. You can see I'm fishing it through right now. Easy peasy. Look at that. Come on, little guy. Oh, you're free. Hooray. Okay. We're going to untangle that and going to plug it into the power supply. It's got a little cover, so just remove that. Plug it in. Easy cheesy, just like so. Replace the cover. Come on. That looks good. We like it. Make sure the wires don't bind, and you can click your toilet seat right back on top of it like so. And then plug back in your power supply. Ignore the sparks. That's just our trusty electricity in this super quality home that we live in. Turn back on your water supply, and then you're going to replace the buttons on your remote control. Those are easily released with a tiny flathead screwdriver, and then you just click the new ones in and you're good to go. Obviously, you want to test the equipment, so test out our open, and then that is the full flush. Wow, look at that, it flushes remotely. You should also test it with the handle on the full flush and the half flush, and also with the remote, but for the sake of this video, there you go, you're done.